Welcome to the 414 podcast. I'm Daryl.
I'm Armando.
All right. Because we're going to touch on the Jordan stuff a little bit later, but so right now we're going to do a recap of the Pacers Thunder series.
Yeah. The game went expected. I picked the underdog because I don't know. I like rooting for the underdogs.
Yeah.
But if you look at that game, if you didn't see the score, you wouldn't even think that. Or you would have thought that Oklahoma was winning by a way more than what they did.
Yeah.
So it was still 16, 17 point reach and stuff. So they looked like they were dominating the game. When you look at the score, Indiana Pacers was just a couple plays away from really being in that game.
Yeah. Like if they had just probably 5 more minutes in the fourth quarter, then it would have gone in a different. Because Hallie, he caught fire. Unfortunately, it was just too late in the game.
And Miles Turner.
Yeah.
So the dangerous thing to me about the game was I felt like the Pacers came out and said, we won game one. Right? We're going to give it our best shot in the first half and see where the game go. And that determines how we're going to play from here. But I really feel like Indiana kind of played a cat and mouse game. Meaning, they stole game one. And then game two, it was just you know what? If we can make this game competitive in the first half, then we'll put the rest of our chips out on the table.
Yeah.
But if not, we're going to try different schemes defensively, and we're going to try different offensive schemes to see what works and what doesn't work. And what I seen in the second half was Carlisle trying different zones. He was trying different coverages. And he was trying different rotations and different players to figure out, okay, what can we do to slow down the offense that they have. For the most part, in the fourth quarter, some of it worked. So I think he had that to hang his head on.
Yeah.
And also, the scary thing is Miles Turner. He figured out how to attack the bigs from Oklahoma now.
Yeah.
So I look at tomorrow. I look at him having a big game.
I agree. And plus, they're in Indiana tomorrow, so I think they had a few days off for rest. I think that's a good thing for Indiana. They're gonna play in front of a feverish crowd. I actually got Indiana winning this game, not decisively, but I think I got them winning probably by 5 to 10 points.
Crazy that you said 5 to 10 points. So the teams. Historically, that's a 5-point favor doesn't fare well. But right now, Indiana is in the 5-point favor. But the teams that are 5-point favor, they don't cover the spread. They they got 5-9 record. Teams that are a 3-point spread, about 3 points or fewer, they're 9-1.
Okay.
When covering the spread. So that's just some interesting facts for people that bet. Game 3 home court finals record usually 22-14. So that's in Indiana's favor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this is one of those games where Shea just go missing. I don't know. Just for some reason, it's got a real feeling about game 3. Just feel like some abnormal stuff is about to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like Indiana figured something out. And that's the worst thing you can do when you are an opposing team, to allow the team that you're beating to stick around, be in the game, and figure things out. Sometimes it's like we talked about before. You have to beat them by 30 and 40 to force them to get the starters out. Because if you allow the starters still stay in the game, they find rhythm, they get confidence, and the coach figure out different schemes and different ways to attack the defense. Indiana I think they started off, I want to say 27 other shots, 16 of them was threes. So Indiana got to figure out a way to attack the basket like they were doing in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You got to figure out to get paint touches, collapse the defense, and then go from there. Halliburton, you get inside the paint. So what he need to do is just look at the rim and get some of those floaters. And I hate the fact that people keep saying Halliburton need to be more aggressive. He need to look to score. If he's looking to score, he's not playing his game.
Right.
He get his threes and his points within transition, where he get transition threes, and then pass, move, and then he'd get another 3 or a layup and stuff like that. So if you accent your pass first point guard to don't be pass first, you losing the identity of your team. Because you don't have the team that's ISO heavy. You have a team that move the ball around and create the open shot. That's your advantage. And then what Indiana need to do is just find easy buckets, because that's what they usually do. They turn you over, they get easy buckets, and they get out and run in transition.
Yeah.
So I think that was missing in game 2.
I think what happened in game 2 is that I feel like they came out too aggressive. Like you said, they were like shooting a lot of threes, and that's just really not their game. So I felt like they came out aggressive. Like, if we can barrage them, and we can get 2 in OKC, then we look even better in Indiana. Yeah. This is not going to be a sweep, and it seemed like that's what they were eyeing. They were hopefully eyeing to get 2 in OKC and wrap this up in Indiana. Yeah. That wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, and then if you look at it, so we'll go back to that aggressive thing. I feel like the part of that aggression was Indiana had the mindset of, we're going to get inside the paint.
Right.
When Oklahoma, one of their strengths is stopping you from getting inside the paint. So if you're going to get inside the paint, you can't do it by just dribble drives. You have to do it by passing, get the defense to shift, and then attacking the paint while they're rotated, and then force the weak side to commit. And then that's when you have all the action going on the other side, where you can get easy layups, but you can't allow them to load up and get the defense to tilt, and then say, no matter what, I'm going to put my head down and I'm going to try to make tough shot after tough shot between 2 or 3 defenders. Because guess what? You might get to the paint, but guess who's waiting for you? 2 7-footers.
Exactly.
Right? So you have to be able to just swing the ball, get the defense to tilt, get the weak side to commit, and then drive and kick. And then while they are stuck in rotation, you got to put them in a tough position. Do I close out hard, or, do I protect the paint? You got to put them in an uncompromising position. You can't just allow them just to load up every single time to the basket. So that's what you need to do. You need to make them pay also, if I'm Indiana, for playing 2 bigs.
Exactly.
I have to make them play. So
get them in foul trouble.
Yeah, so look at Siakam. Siakam just disappeared in game 2. You have the foot speed advantage over both bigs. You have to take advantage of that.
Exactly.
Miles Turner got to play like a madman. That's where the advantage at, because obviously if I'm Indiana and I'm looking at Oklahoma, I'm not winning guard play.
No.
So you have to be able to win with the bigs.
Yeah, so it looks like we both looking at Indiana for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm looking at Indiana.
Okay.
Like I said, I feel like this is a game where Shea go missing.
Yeah.
Probably leave his game in
Canada. All right, we're going to see.
And Drake's closet, because you see he changed his home court to a closet now.
All right, but we're going to be back later with a little bit more stuff, because I also want to cover, that this has been the least watched finals also. So we're going to get into that later, but this has been 414.
We disappear like the NBA logo.
Right. Man, let's not even.
Heaven offer rides, Lord order me a lift. I'm just trying to be in your presence since you bless me with this gift. All of my friends dead and gone, no time to right their wrongs.